Hi, it's Amanda. Welcome back. I know it's been a long time since I've put out any videos. I have been feeling under the weather the past couple of months, and I've been busy with some other things as well. I'm not going to go into details, but anyway, I know this is a little bit over a week late, but I do want to do a December Oracle card reading. I'm in a different setup until the new year because we have to clean out my corner for our tree. And so I won't be painting in the living room for the rest of the month, and I won't be doing any other videos in the living room for the rest of the month, most likely. So I know it's late, but like I said, I want to do a December Oracle card reading video anyway because I do want to at least do a monthly, and I think that I'm going to add kind of a year-end wrap-up and a card to focus on what we can look forward to in the new year as well. And so this Soul Trees deck, I think I've used it for most of my monthly readings this year. It's my absolute favorite deck. I have dozens and dozens of other decks, but this is my favorite deck, and since I haven't been reading very much for the past couple of years, I get a good read with this one. And it's by Allison Williams Yee, and I got all of these three of her decks from her Etsy shop, and I'll put her Etsy shop link in the description below so you can check that out if you're interested in any of these cards. I think what I'm going to do, a few cards from this deck, and I'm also going to use one card from her Soul Trees Dreamer's Journey Major Arcana Oracle, which is kind of a combination of tarot and oracle cards, and I'm not real great with tarot cards because I can't remember the meanings of all of the cards for some reason. I really like oracle cards because they have a word on there, and that gives me a jumping point of where to start off from. And then her other deck that I don't use quite as much, but I really like it, it's called Soul Trees Self-Discovery Cards. When I ordered this, I ordered it with a little book where you can pull out a card or pull out however many cards you want, and you can write down, sorry, I was mixing paint, there's paint on my hand. You can write down the messages that you feel from your intuition or from your spirit guides whenever you draw cards, and then over time you can look back through that and see how your intuition or how it has grown or how you have developed a better relationship with your spirit guides through these cards, or it can help you see how you've grown as a person over time. So I will use a card from it and a card from this, but the majority of the reading will be from my favorites, the Soul Trees deck. What I'm going to do is go ahead and move these two out of the way right now since my table is really small. And I will open this up. And I will explain as I draw the cards how I want to set up this reading. Okay. And I'll explain as I go how I want to do this reading, since it's going to be a little bit different than my other monthly readings. I'm a week late for one thing, so what I'm going to do first is draw one card. Well, when one jumps out, I set it aside and we see what that has to do with later. That's not going to be part. I have a 6-card reading. I have a 6-card reading in mind already, so that one's going to be a bonus card. And I think we'll look at it at the very end. But first of all, I'm going to draw one card to show, and I'm going to put it here. Draw one card. I'll put this back here. This card here is to signify what happened in the last week. And since I'm doing this post last week, since I'm doing it after last week, we'll look at this card and it will give us an idea. Instead of, like normally whenever I do these, they're an idea of what we can expect coming up or what we need to focus on coming up. This card for last week we're going to look at as something to focus on from the past week, some kind of lesson that we needed to learn last week, or something that we need to use out of what happened to us last week in order to find some kind of improvement or growth moving forward. And then I will shuffle some more, and I will split these into 3 because I'll do my normal 3-card reading. My favorite reading is 3 cards for some reason. That one jumped out again. We'll set that aside. And I'll do my normal 3-card split. And this card here, we'll take the top card. This card will be what to focus on in the next week coming up for week 2 of December. This one will be what to focus on for week 3 of December. And this one will be what to focus on for week 4 of December. So that, normally whenever I do a 3-card reading for a month, I do the beginning, the middle, and the end of the month. But since we missed the first week, since I'm late, this is going to be what lessons we should have learned from what happened to us over the past week. This one's going to be for week 2 of December. This one's going to be for week 3 of December. And this is week 4 of December. These are 2 bonus cards that jumped out, so we'll look at those at the end. And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Dreamer's Journey, and I'm going to pull 1 card. I'll shuffle them up a little bit, see which way they go. I'm going to do 1 card from this deck, and this will be like something to look at 2019 as a whole and see what lessons we oh, sorry, that's probably out of camera. I was shuffling out of camera. This will be what lessons we should have learned during 2019, or it will talk about something that, some kind of struggle maybe that we went through in 2019 and what the lesson was that we were supposed to have learned from that. Or if we had blessings, a lot of blessings in 2019, this will, I think it's that one. This will be, this will just be the overall message of what 2019 meant for us, if that makes sense. And now I'm going to take a card out of this self-discovery deck, and this is going to be the card that tells us what we have to look forward to in 2020. This is going to be a card to tell us what is coming in the next year, or something that maybe we should focus on for next year. And like this one is what a card to say what 2019 meant for us, to wrap up 2019 and what it meant for us. This card here is going to be what 2020 has to say for us and what is in our future for the next year. I think it's this one. Let's see which way it's facing. Okay, it goes like this. So this is our 2020 card, what we have to look forward to in the future. Okay, so this is what we have. This is what we have to look at from the past week and what experiences we've had in the past week have, sorry, I moved my light, have meant for us. Expansion. Okay, so you may have had difficulties, or you may have had blessings. And either one is kind of the other one as well. Like if you've had difficulties, I think that there's something positive in every negative, and in every negative there's something positive. So we are expanding. Either you've had a hard week and you're learning how to grow from that, or you've had a really good week. And that, if you've had a really good week, that means that maybe the hard times are behind you. Maybe you've had hard times over the past few months and you finally had a good week last week. Or it could just be growing in your family. For some reason, I'm getting the idea that someone that's watching this may be thinking of adopting maybe a child or a pet, or someone may have recently found out that you're going to have another baby, and maybe you got a new job, maybe you are getting extra responsibilities at your job, which means you'll get better pay, but it'll mean more work. But that can mean, the word expansion can mean anything in any areas. Sorry, I knocked my camera. I have to check that. But we'll know more once we look at all the rest of the cards. So there's something in your life is having a growth or an expansion over the past week. So for week 2 of December, the week coming up, we focus on balance, and that really goes, like I was saying, with expansion. For every good thing there's something bad, and for every bad thing there's something good. This expansion may be really, really exciting, really good for you, but there's a little bit of fear with it as well. And so over whatever you found out in the last week about something, some kind of growth happening, in this next week coming up, you'll have to find a way to find some balance between the good and the bad from that. And then week 3 of December, we have passion. And that's really good because it sounds like you are very passionate about what this expansion is relating to. And if you put your passion and your desires into making this a positive change or a positive growth experience and find balance in that, then it will be a positive change for you for the end of the year. Okay, and then the 4th week of December, we have the action card. So that means you have to put all of your put your passion into this change, this growth, this expansion in your life, and take action to find a balance between the good and the negative. Like I said, if it's a promotion at your job, it could mean more work, but it could mean better pay or something, or it could mean that you're more satisfied with the work you're doing now. But you have to take action to find a balance between giving too much and not giving enough. I don't know if I'm making sense. Haven't read very well this year, and I haven't read for a while, so I have trouble articulating things sometimes. Okay, so I think once we find out what these cards are too, that might help me explain these a little bit better. But next we're going to look at our card to wrap up the whole year of 2019. And it says, it is the Soulmates card. A relationship that is solid and equal, respect and love for each other, harmony in a relationship with the self, time to make a choice with the heart. Okay, so either you have found yourself in a new relationship over the past year, or you have possibly gotten out of a bad relationship over the past year, and you're finding a new sense of self, and you're finding a new sense of taking care of yourself and loving yourself before you move forward. Or it could mean maybe you've reconnected with someone in your family over the past year, or someone from your childhood. Maybe you had a really good friend growing up and you haven't spoken with them for a really long time, and you have reconnected with them over the past year, and that's going to bring you a lot more positive feelings and emotions that's helped you feel a little more at peace in your life, or a little bit more fulfilled in your life to have reconnected with someone. I don't always think that soulmates just mean a relationship partner. I think that our friends can be seen as our soulmates as well. There are people that I think that we have lived different lifetimes with, and our relationships with them are always different. Sometimes they could have been siblings, sometimes they could have been your parent or your child, or sometimes they were just a business partner or a really great friend, or sometimes it does mean a romantic partner, but I think that there are all kinds of meanings. So I think that you've found something in the past year. Either you found a new relationship and you're now with the right person, or maybe you ended a relationship that wasn't right for you and you've reconnected with yourself, or you've reconnected with a family member or an old friend, or you've grown a connection with someone or something. But I think that overall it's been a good year for you with finding and developing your, I don't want to say peace, but your sense of self, your sense of being, your sense of purpose, maybe. And this card is what we have to look forward to for 2020. And it says dream. So this could mean that we are finally going to be realizing a dream that we've had for a long time. And 2020 is the time to make that dream happen. It could have to do with anything. It could have to do with work. It could have to do with a relationship. It could have to do with this soulmate relationship. It could have to do with this expansion and balance. You may be really passionate about something and you have to take action to complete that expansion, but make sure you maintain balance between the going all or nothing. You have to even it out a little bit. But whatever your big goal or your big dream or your big wish is or has been for a while, if you put effort into it in 2020, you may find that just may finally happen for you. That's a really good card. I really like that. And then now we'll look at these other two cards that popped up and see what they say and see what they have to do with the rest of the reading. Renewal and risk. Okay, so this expansion, taking action, having passion, does come with a risk that you could put too much effort into it. You could put too much hope on it. You could be placing too big of a bet on it if you don't find balance between that and your the rest of your life. Like if it's your job, you can't put absolutely everything you have into it and not give any room or any time to the rest of your life. You have to have a balance between being passionate, taking action towards what you want for your growth, and grounding and taking time to refresh and kind of rejuvenate. And that's what renewal goes with the balance. You have to take time to renew yourself. Like, take time to meditate, take time to walk, take time to do whatever it is that calms your mind. Sometimes it may be a long bath. It may be just a time where you sit and listen to music. It could be time where you sit and read. It could be just whenever you spend time with your family and just watch a movie with your family. Take your dog for a walk, something like that. You have to stay grounded and stay balanced between whatever this big drive you have is. You have to put as much energy into that as you can, but don't put it all into that, because you have to have a little bit of time left to renew yourself, renew your relationship with yourself and with your significant other. And if you can do that, if you can find that balance and that take that time to renew yourself, it's worth the risk. And in 2020, your dream just may come true. And I think that's all that I have for today. And I really thank you for watching. I'm sorry that I haven't had videos up for a while. I may not have many videos up for the rest of the month because I'm kind of kicked out of my corner. I haven't felt very well. I do have a doctor's appointment at the beginning of January where I think I might find out a little bit more about what I might be able to do to start feeling better in the new year. And I hope to get back to painting. Eventually, hopefully by January or February, I would like to get back to where I have 2 painting videos a week and 1 oracle card reading a week and a monthly oracle card reading. So hopefully I can get that back on track. But I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great holiday, whatever holiday you celebrate this time of year. Me, personally, I celebrate Yule and the winter solstice, but everyone else in my family celebrates Christmas. And I think that for me, it's more of just a seasonal time to spend time with my family and have fun and be thankful for what we have and what we've been through over the past year, and to look forward to what good things are coming for the future. And I hope you have a great holiday. I hope you have a great new year. If I don't see you again before the new year, have a blessed day. Bye.